Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 36 of upskilling myself. Today I solved 3 DSA problems and I had some internship work too. So yeah, let's see the DSA problems that I solved. So the first problem is basic calculator 2 and we use stack to solve it. So if you see, we have been given an expression which is a string and we have to return the output which is an int. Okay, so what we do is first of all, if you see 3 plus 2 star 2. Okay, so every number is assigned an operator, right? So for the first number, we assign plus as an operator. So we created a character operator and we assigned plus to it, and then we create a stack and a num is equals to 0 for the initial push. Then we traverse the whole string. Then we get the character from the ith index of the string. Then if the character is a digit, then we convert it into an int. Then if it's not a digit and it's not a space, which means it's an operator. So if the operator is a plus, then we push the number into the stack. So in the stack, if you see, the number is 3. So 3 will be pushed initially. Then if it's minus, then we'll push minus num into the stack. Then if we see a star, then we'll push temp into num, and temp will be the top of the stack, which is this number. Okay, so we'll see that later on. So let's take an example of the second number, which is 2. So to push 2, we will directly push 2 as it is addition. Then to push this 2, which has star as its operator, we will create a temp, and temp will be the top of the stack. So this is the top of the stack, will pop from the stack. Then 2 multiplied by 2 is equals to 4, and we'll push 4 into the stack. So it will be 4 and 3. Then if the character is not a space, the operator will be assigned as a character and num is again assigned as 0. Then finally we add all the elements of the stack. So it will be 4 plus 3 is 7, and you can see that 7 is the output. It's that easy. The second problem was searching a 2D matrix. So it's an easier problem. Like it's a medium, but it's pretty easy. So we get the rows, we get the columns. Then if the rows is equals to 0 and columns is equals to 0, we return false. Then we solve it using binary search. We define start as 0 and is equals to rows into columns minus 1, that is size minus 1. Then we traverse the whole matrix, and if you see the mid is defined as start plus n minus start by 2 to avoid any overflow. Then this is the main step. We get the element as the matrix of mid by columns and mid modulo columns. So if you see, if we get 16 as an element, okay. So what is 16? 16 is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 16 is the seventh element. If we do zero indexing, it's the sixth. Okay, so in this case, it's sixth. The element will be matrix of 6 by columns, which is 4, and 6 modulo columns, which is 4. Okay, so 6 by 4 is 1, and 6 modulo 4 is 2. So if you see, we are on the first row in the zero indexed and the second column, right? Then if the element is equals to target, we return true. Else, if the element is less than target, we set s as mid plus 1. Else, we set n as mid minus 1. If we don't find any element which is equals to a target, then we return false. The final problem was Coco eating bananas, and if you see, we have been given a piles array. So if you see, this pile has 3 bananas, this has 6 bananas, 7 bananas, and 11, and the guards are out for 8 hours. We have to return the minimum integer k such that Coco can eat all the bananas within h hours. So in 1 hour, how many bananas should Coco eat to complete the pile within 8 hours? Okay, so we'll get the maximum element from the array, and the end will be the maximum element, and the start will be 1. Then we use binary search to solve the problem, and we get the total time as we traverse the array and add the seal of pile by mid. So if you see, if the pile is 6, 6 by mid, let's say it's 3. Okay, so 6 by 3, let's say in an example of 4. So 6 by 4 is actually 1, but in this case, Coco will take 2 hours for it. Because if we take 1 hour, it will be 4 bananas. Remaining 2 bananas he'll eat in 1 hour. So it should be 2 hours. So we either take seal. So if it's 1.5, the seal will convert it to 2. Else we can also do this operation over here. Pile plus mid minus 1 upon mid. Right? Then if the hour is less than h, we set the result as mid and the n will be mid minus 1. Else the start will be mid plus 1. After all this, we return the result. Then for the development part, I did some internship work and I did the revision of all the DSA problems that I solved till now. So thank you guys for watching and see you on day 37.